Welcome back to the land of the Stoics. There's nothing better than sipping a cup of tea and enjoying videos with us. Wishing you a peaceful day. Please comment number 1 to start this exciting journey. Let's go. Top 10 female weaknesses each man must know. In this video, I'm going to reveal the hidden vulnerabilities that women often keep to themselves, fearing they might make them seem vulnerable to you. By understanding these weaknesses, you can gain an unexpected advantage in winning them over. Let's dive in. Weakness 1. Steadfast man. Women are irresistibly drawn to a man whose actions match his words. They are often captivated by men who speak sparingly, and here's why: it's easier to deliver on a few promises. Women value deeds over words, so always ensure your actions reinforce what you say. For example, if you want to portray yourself as a high-value man, let your actions do the talking. Introduce her to your female friends, share photos with them on social media, and let this subtly communicate your desirability and social standing. Weakness 2. The confident man. Confidence is incredibly attractive to women. They are naturally drawn to a man who exudes self-assurance because it contrasts with their own insecurities. To project confidence, speak with conviction, avoid filler words, and listen more than you talk. This not only makes her feel heard, but also adds an element of mystery, making her eager for more interaction. Don't be afraid to say no. It signals that you're not a pushover, which increases her respect and attraction toward you. Stick around until the end of the video, because the last weakness I'll share is one you can easily exploit to draw her toward you without any extra effort. Weakness 3. The ambitious man. Women are deeply attracted to men with ambition, those who refuse to settle for mediocrity. An ambitious man, whether he's starting a business or pursuing a new project, exudes leadership and drive, qualities that are incredibly appealing. Weakness 4. The enigmatic bad boy. There's an undeniable allure in the mysterious bad boy that women often can't resist. They are drawn to the emotional highs and lows these men create, which can leave them obsessed. To embody this persona, consider being a bit self-centered, taking control of the relationship, and keeping your intentions ambiguous. While I don't recommend fully adopting the bad boy lifestyle, incorporating some of these traits, such as maintaining an air of unpredictability and not rushing into commitments, can make you more intriguing and desirable. Weakness 5. Being ignored. Women thrive on attention and often feel a strong pull toward competition. When you ignore her, you stand out and challenge her pride, making her wonder why she's not getting your attention like others do. To use this to your advantage, treat her like anyone else, stay casual in her presence, and maintain a sense of indifference when you're around. This will make her work harder for your attention, which can increase her attraction to you. Weakness 6. The charismatic womanizer. Women are often irresistibly attracted to men who are liked by other women, a phenomenon known as pre-selection. To harness this, surround yourself with female friends, even if there's no romantic interest involved. This creates the perception of desirability, making you more attractive in her eyes. The key is to show that other women find you appealing, which will naturally elevate your status in her mind. Weakness 7. The well-scented man. A study from Brazil highlighted that women are particularly sensitive to scents, making them more likely to be drawn to men who smell good. To capitalize on this, pay attention to your grooming routine. Use a pleasant-smelling shampoo, keep your breath fresh, and choose a subtle yet long-lasting cologne. A well-scented man demonstrates care and attention to detail, qualities that women find incredibly attractive. Weakness 8. The masculine man. Women are drawn to men who exude masculinity, often defined by physical strength, a deep voice, and emotional independence. These men are natural leaders who don't rely on others for validation. To embody this, engage in physical activities, develop leadership skills, and maintain your independence. This combination projects an image of strength and stability, qualities that women find deeply appealing. Weakness 9. The passionate man. Unlike the stoic masculine man, the passionate man captivates women through his intense dedication to what he loves. His enthusiasm is infectious, making him highly attractive. To harness this, dive deep into a subject or project that excites you and talk about it with genuine energy. Pay attention to her reactions and adjust your approach to keep her engaged. When you speak passionately about something you care about, it creates admiration and a strong emotional connection. Weakness 10. The emotionally intelligent man. Women are naturally emotional, and a man who understands and manages his emotions stands out. Emotionally intelligent men have an advantage because they can connect with women on a deeper, more meaningful level. To develop this trait, listen attentively, observe her body language, and offer support without always trying to fix things. Creating memorable experiences together also strengthens your bond. By becoming someone she can rely on for emotional support, you make yourself incredibly attractive with minimal effort. Join our community of men who understand female psychology by subscribing to this channel. If you're here, you're already one of us. Like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't miss our next episode on signs that a woman is interested in you. Want to attract women? Forget everything you've been told. Women should want you, not the other way around. Chasing her won't work. Become the magnet that naturally draws women in. In this video, we'll explore how attraction works on a subconscious level. Women don't consciously control whom they're attracted to. It's based on how certain behaviors make them feel. By being a man women can't easily have, your desirability skyrockets. Scarcity makes you more attractive, just like a limited edition item. Similarly, unpredictability and being high value boost your appeal, as women are drawn to men who stand out and are seen as important. So, how do you cultivate this perception? Here are a few key points. 1. A high-value man doesn't try to impress women just for the sake of it. 2. He doesn't seek attention or approval from women. 3. He doesn't place a woman on a pedestal just because she's attractive. 4. He never settles for less than the best and keeps his life and passions as his top priorities. 5. He's willing to walk away if his principles are compromised. 6. He makes women earn his attention rather than giving it away easily. 7. He has options and isn't desperate to settle. 8. Instead of adapting to a woman's world, he invites her into his. 9. Most importantly, a high-value man never chases women. By embodying these traits, you'll naturally be seen as high value, and women will be drawn to you. Remember, we'll explore all of this in more detail throughout this series. For now, these are just the basics. If you want me to continue with this series, let me know in the comments and share the issues you're facing so I can address them. If you haven't watched the first video yet, make sure to check it out. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Your support means a lot. The science of getting girls. So, you're struggling to attract girls? Don't worry, I've got your back. With the power of science and psychology, I'm here to transform you into the male version of Regina George. Let's get started. Lesson 1. The Scarcity Principle. Psychologist Dr. Robert Cialdini famously explained that opportunities seem more valuable when they are limited. This principle explains why billionaires prefer rare, one-of-a-kind items over common, mass-produced ones. It also sheds light on the phrase, "nice guys finish last." It's not that girls dislike nice guys, it's that they make themselves too available, while indifferent men create scarcity and appear more valuable. However, you don't need to be a jerk to create scarcity. A nice guy who knows how to make himself scarce is more attractive. By being less available, you become a rare, desirable opportunity worth pursuing. Lesson 2. The Gain-Loss Theory. Building on the idea of scarcity, the gain-loss theory of attraction explains why nice guys might seem to finish last. A study found that people liked an experimenter more when initial negative feedback became positive rather than when feedback was entirely positive. This shows that winning someone over after a rocky start feels more rewarding than being liked from the start. When applying this with a girl, use caution. Subtly hinting that she's left a bad impression, without being rude, requires careful tone and body language. Once she's won you over, make it clear to avoid miscommunication and missed opportunities. Lesson 3. Proximity. In Lesson 1, we discussed the value of being scarce with attention, but scarcity doesn't apply to proximity. A study at MIT found that physical closeness plays a significant role in forming relationships. For example, students living just one dorm away had a 41% chance of being close friends, while those farther away had only a 10% chance. The takeaway: be near the girl you're interested in, but proximity is also about frequency. Seeing her for 10 minutes daily is better than an hour once a week. Create opportunities to cross paths naturally, but avoid overdoing it and coming off as intrusive. Lesson 4. The Ben Franklin Effect. Benjamin Franklin had a secret to being liked. He asked for favors. Surprisingly, a 1971 University of North Carolina study supports this idea. It found that when people did something kind for others, they tended to like them more. Volunteers who encouraged students, actually actors, rated them as more attractive than those who were criticized. The takeaway: Give the girl you like small opportunities to be kind to you. Ask for the time or drop a pencil for her to pick up. These small favors subtly encourage positive feelings, creating subtle connections. However, remember that these actions must be balanced with other important social cues. Lesson 5. The appearance factor. In 1997, researchers Moran and Bloom conducted a study that led to an intriguing discovery. They surveyed 117 college students, showing them 76 photos of the opposite sex and asking them to rate the attractiveness of each one. Surprisingly, the study found that the most attractive features weren't based on genetics, but were related to things within your control: good posture, noticeable grooming, well-fitting clothes, a positive attitude, and maintaining a healthy weight. Let me repeat that. The most attractive traits are not genetic. By putting in a little effort, exercising regularly, standing tall with your shoulders back, keeping yourself clean, wearing clothes that fit well, and smiling, you can significantly increase your appeal. You might be doing everything else right, but if you neglect your appearance and carry yourself poorly, she won't be interested. Lesson 6. Luck and chemistry. Attraction often hinges on genetic compatibility, driven by two key factors. First, your sense of smell detects pheromones, carrying genetic information. Women's noses also pick up on MHC molecules, linked to immune system diversity. Research shows women are more attracted to men with different MHC molecules, as this boosts potential offspring's health. Men, unfortunately, don't have the same detection ability. The second factor is the first kiss. It's a critical exchange of tactile and chemical signals. A bad first kiss can break attraction, while a good one triggers a rush of norepinephrine, heightening emotions and forming a powerful connection. Discover the secrets of female body language. Now we're diving into 11 scientifically backed body language cues that often indicate a woman's growing interest in you. Plus, we'll reveal the clearest sign that she's definitely not into you, so you don't waste your time. Signal 1. Mirroring your movements. Picture this. You're sitting across from her at a cafe. You casually run your hand through your hair, and moments later, she does the same. This subtle mirroring is one of the most telling signs of interest. Mirroring occurs when someone unconsciously imitates your body language, reflecting a sense of comfort and a desire to build rapport. Why is this significant? Because it's almost always an involuntary action. From a psychological standpoint, mirroring is rooted in our natural inclination to seek connection and reciprocity. When she mirrors your movements, it's her subconscious way of signaling that she feels comfortable around you and is interested in deepening the connection. This behavior taps into a fundamental human desire to create shared experiences, laying the groundwork for a stronger bond. In essence, mirroring isn't just mimicry. It's a powerful indicator of trust, empathy, and a budding connection. Signal 2. Playing with hair. When a woman is attracted to someone, she may become more self-conscious about her appearance, often focusing on her hair as a subconscious way to enhance her appeal. For instance, if you give her a compliment and she starts running her fingers through her hair, it's not just a casual gesture. This action is a non-verbal way of acknowledging your words and subtly boosting her attractiveness, inviting you to notice and appreciate her. Signal 3. Clear and deliberate eye contact. Clear, deliberate eye contact is a powerful indicator of a woman's interest. When she looks at you with intention and clarity, it signifies more than a casual glance. This kind of eye contact reveals confidence, focus, and a genuine desire to connect. If you find her eyes consistently meeting yours during a group conversation or in a crowded space, it's a deliberate effort to establish a connection with you, making you the focal point of her attention. Signal 4. Open stance. An open stance is another subtle but telling signal. When a woman adopts an open, facing position toward you, it suggests a readiness to connect. This body language indicates that she's not only in the same space, but is actively inviting interaction. If she positions herself in your line of sight and maintains this open stance, it's often a sign that she's interested and waiting for you to engage. Signal 5. Entering your personal space. When a woman intentionally steps into your personal space, it's a strong indication of interest. Personal space is the invisible boundary we all have, defining our comfort zone. By entering this space, she's demonstrating a level of comfort and a desire for a closer connection that goes beyond casual interaction. This gesture shows that she's willing to bridge the gap between you, indicating genuine interest and a willingness to engage more deeply. Imagine you're at a party, and she starts making her way toward you from across the room. The key detail to watch is where she stops. If she positions herself within 4 feet of you, she has entered your personal space. This move isn't random. It indicates she's deliberately approaching you, likely with the intention of engaging in conversation. At this range, she's entering what's known as the intimate zone. Being this close is a strong sign that you've captured her interest. Conversations in this space become more personal, signaling a shift toward a more intimate connection. Encroaching on personal space is a powerful, nonverbal cue of interest and comfort. Signal 6. Widen nostrils. A less conventional but telling sign is nostril widening. While this may not be the first thing you think of as a flirtatious gesture, it can reveal a sense of comfort and openness. Unlike more deliberate body language signals, widened nostrils are often a natural, involuntary response. If you notice her nostrils expanding when she's around you, it's a sign she feels relaxed and at ease, indicating a level of comfort in your presence. Signal 7. Focusing on her lips. Another clear signal is when a woman draws attention to her lips after talking for a while. If she emphasizes her lips, whether by gently touching them or applying lipstick, it's a sign she wants you to notice them. This focus on her lips goes beyond simple, nonverbal communication. It's a flirtatious tactic. By highlighting her lips, she's using a suggestive area of the body to attract your attention and express interest. If you see her drawing your gaze to her lips during your conversation, it indicates she's seeking a more intimate connection and might be signaling romantic or physical interest. Signal 8. Direction of feet. The direction of a woman's feet can reveal her true level of interest. Even if she's standing close to you, laughing, and appearing fully engaged, the orientation of her feet is important. While facial expressions and other body language can sometimes be misleading, feet often provide a clearer picture of unconscious intentions. If her feet are pointed directly at you, It's a strong sign that she's genuinely interested and engaged. However, if her feet are facing away, even though she's actively participating in the conversation, it might indicate that her mind is elsewhere. Signal 9. Dilated pupils and sideways glance. Dilated pupils and a sideways glance are subtle, yet powerful indicators of attraction. Dilated pupils, a result of the autonomic nervous system's response, can signify excitement or emotional interest. If her pupils dilate while you're interacting, it's a strong sign that she's feeling drawn to you. A sideways glance is another subtle but telling gesture. If she gives you a sidelong look, it's a way of discreetly acknowledging or evaluating the interaction. This fleeting glance reveals that she's paying special attention to you, often signaling flirtation or interest. Signal 10. Exposing the neck. One clear sign of attraction is when a woman reveals her neck. This gesture indicates trust and vulnerability, as the neck is a sensitive and unprotected area. By tilting her head or pushing her hair aside to expose her neck, she is demonstrating comfort and openness around you. This action parallels behavior in the animal kingdom, showing a sense of safety and confidence. In human interactions, it signifies that she feels secure and interested in you. Signal 11. Intentional physical contact. The most telling sign of advancing interest is intentional physical contact. This can include placing her hand on yours, brushing her leg against yours, or even hugging your arm if she's feeling chilly. If she engages in these gestures, it indicates that she feels comfortable and emotionally open with you. Intentional physical contact breaks down barriers and signifies a deeper level of connection and attraction. When she places her hand on yours, brushes your leg with hers, hugs you for warmth, or leans on your shoulder, each of these actions speaks volumes. They are not just casual gestures. They indicate a level of intimacy that goes beyond mere friendship. These actions show that she feels comfortable sharing her physical space with you. Signal of disinterest, crossed arms. On the flip side, one clear sign that she's not interested is when she crosses her arms in front of you. This gesture is a strong nonverbal indicator of disinterest or discomfort. Crossed arms can signify that she's not engaged with what you're saying, and in some cases, it might mean she feels the need to protect herself from discomfort you might be causing. In the best-case scenario, crossed arms might just mean she's cold, but it's worth noting that this isn't great news either. If you notice her crossing her arms, it could be a sign that it's time to reassess the situation and potentially move on. So, there you have it, 11 powerful body language signals that indicate she likes you, and one crucial sign that she doesn't. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights. And while you're here, check out these other informative videos. Thanks for watching. These 3 phrases will make any woman burn with desire for you. Hello and welcome to another video. And in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 secret phrases that, when used, will make women eager to fulfill their wildest fantasies with you. But before we continue, let me warn you, if you learn to use these phrases, your attraction power will increase so much that women won't be able to resist you. Are you ready to handle the impact this knowledge will have on your life? What you're about to watch will change your game. It's incredibly powerful. Learning to use these phrases is essential if you never want to be overlooked by women again and want to understand how to activate their most intimate desires. Knowing techniques to spark a woman's sexual desire goes beyond just having a more active sex life. Understanding how to create sexual tension and ignite desire can strengthen the intimacy and emotional connection with your girlfriend, the woman you're flirting with, or your wife, who might not see you the same way anymore. It contributes to deeper and more satisfying relationships. You'll become a much more attractive and seductive man after learning these techniques that I'm about to show you. But remember, if you don't master these phrases, other men definitely will. And believe me, when you see her desiring another guy because he knew exactly what to say, the frustration will be immense. So it's better for you to learn now. If you choose not to learn this, I'm sorry, but your relationships will continue to go downhill, and other guys will use these powerful messages to take your place. In the end, you'll feel more and more frustrated and alone. Sparking a woman's sexual desire through words is a skill many men desire. It's common to find ourselves in situations where conversations don't evolve into deeper interest, even when covering various topics. Being considered nice, but unable to ignite that spark of sexual attraction is a frustrating experience. Many men mistakenly blame superficial factors like appearance or financial status without realizing that this mindset is limiting. And now let me tell you, use these words responsibly, because once you know how they work, you'll have the power to drive any woman crazy with desire for you, to the point where she can't get you out of her head, falls madly in love, and does anything to keep you around. Once you use these messages, there's no turning back. If you're already interested in learning these phrases, I ask you to help us out by leaving a like to support our work, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and hitting the notification bell. Without further delay, let's get started. The first phrase is, "I just had a really hot dream about you last night." Wait for her to ask what the dream was about, and then say, "Better not tell you, because now I'm going to have to take a cold shower to recover." The phrase, "I just had a really hot dream about you last night," is incredibly effective for several reasons. First, it immediately sparks the woman's curiosity and interest, creating an atmosphere of mystery and anticipation. By mentioning that you had a hot dream, you're introducing a seductive idea without being too explicit, which stimulates her imagination. This approach is subtle yet powerful because it suggests a latent desire that even manifests in your dreams. When she inevitably asks about the dream, the second part of the phrase, "Better not tell you, because now I'm going to have to take a cold shower to recover," serves to heighten the sexual tension. By not revealing the details of the dream, you maintain the mystery and leave her wanting to know more, which further increases her interest. Additionally, the comment about needing a cold shower is a playful and provocative way to insinuate that the dream was so intense it had a physical effect on you without being vulgar or offensive. This combination of mystery, humor, and suggestion is what makes this phrase so effective at sparking desire and keeping her interest high. The first phrase you just learned. If you find it interesting, please give me a $2 bonus so I can immediately reward the content writer. If you find it too boring, please comment below so I can fire him immediately. Imagine a sequence of irresistible words that, when sent via text, have the power to ignite a burning, uncontrollable desire in any woman. Imagine her not being able to stop thinking about you, longing to see you and be with you every second. Have you ever imagined sending a magnetic text message to a woman and generating in her an uncontrollable desire to be with you just because of that sentence? You may be wondering, what phrase is this? These secret messages awaken uncontrollable desire in any woman. I'm talking about magnetic messages that psychologically invade her brain and mess with her emotional side, making her think about you all the time, even if she has a boyfriend or only sees you as a friend. Warning: if you send this message to a woman, if you don't want this woman to fall in love with you, don't use this message. You can click on the first link below and download these secret messages right now that will make her obsessed with you, looking forward to the next date and dreaming about you day and night. The second phrase, what are you wearing today? The phrase, what are you wearing today, might seem simple, but when used in the right context, it has the power to create immediate and intense sexual tension. First and foremost, this question shifts the focus to her appearance in a way that's both casual and suggestive. It's not just innocent curiosity. The question carries a sexual undertone that's hard to ignore. This phrase works so well because it makes her think about how you're picturing her in that moment, even without being physically together. The question implies that you're thinking about her in an intimate way, almost as if you're trying to visualize every detail. This stirs a sense of closeness and desire, especially if she realizes that you're interested not just in what she's wearing, but also in what's underneath her clothes. When you ask, "What are you wearing today?" she might start thinking about her outfit more consciously, perhaps even imagining herself through your eyes. This shift in perspective is what creates palpable sexual tension. Moreover, by leaving the question open and without additional context, you allow her to imagine what you might be thinking, which adds an element of mystery and excitement. Now, my favorite phrase, I just bought some massage oil. Tonight, you're getting a full-body massage. This phrase is a bold offer that's rarely turned down. You can always use it with women you're already seeing. It's a smart way to introduce a sexual context and show your intention, but in a gentlemanly manner. This really drives them wild as they anticipate the massage, which is a very intimate and sensual activity that usually precedes a passionate night. She'll be imagining what might come after that massage. The phrase, I just bought some massage oil. Tonight, you're getting a full-body massage is powerful because it combines the suggestion of physical pleasure with a promise of care and attention. By mentioning that you bought massage oil, you show that you're thinking about how to provide her with a pleasant and intimate experience. This is already a clear sign of your intention to create an atmosphere of physical and emotional connection. The fact that you're promising a full-body massage is a clever way to introduce a sexual context without being too direct. A massage is an activity that is naturally intimate and sensory. It involves touch, closeness, and a form of non-verbal communication that can easily lead to something more intense. This anticipation is what truly excites her, making her imagine not just the massage itself, but also what could happen afterward. Moreover, this approach is gentlemanly because you're offering something that's both relaxing and pleasurable. It shows that you're attentive to her well-being, which is an attractive trait, and reinforces the idea that you're a caring and sensitive partner. The balance between the suggestion of pleasure and care makes this phrase irresistible, creating an expectation that often leads to an unforgettable night. A final note: awakening sexual desire through words is a skill sought after by many men. In a world where communication is predominantly through text messages and social media, the ability to turn a simple conversation into something more intimate and engaging is seen as a true power. Studies in female psychology reveal that there are specific mental triggers that, when activated, can awaken desire in a powerful and irresistible way. Strategic words are powerful weapons, but they must be used responsibly. Language has the power to penetrate emotional defenses and activate feelings that may not be immediately visible on the surface. Using the right words at the right time can transform a simple exchange of messages into a seductive game full of tension and anticipation. However, with great power comes great responsibility. Do not use the messages from this video with married women. These techniques are powerful, and the use of these phrases and magnetic messages should not be used with women who are in committed relationships. I suggest you use them with caution and wisdom. Imagine being able to use a sequence of magnetic messages that ignite chemistry and desire so intense that she can't resist and becomes desperate for you. If you have a phone and know how to text, you could have beautiful women knocking on your door tonight. These messages transform simple conversations into encounters full of desire and deep connection. Go online and find the exact text messages that will make any woman see you as the man of her dreams, the one she wants at all costs. In your days of scrolling through articles or magazines, I'm sure you've come across the term high-value men. For those that haven't, a high-value man is a term used to describe attractive and successful dudes. For the record, no girl would be willing to pass on a high-value man because they're considered the complete package. So even if you have yet to attain the status of a high-value man, this episode will walk you through how these men talk to women and make them wet before they even get laid. They don't try too hard. Women love guys with sugar-coated tongues who don't try too hard. She wants to hear that she's the most beautiful girl in the world, even when she knows she's not. They also love being gifted nice things like expensive jewelry and chocolates. Comment on the saying, "I'm a high-value man. Let me count to see if you are one of the few men that women always desire." They flirt with confidence. High-value men know flirting boosts attraction, and they will use this to their advantage. Reasons why you see most high-value men randomly walk up to a lady and tell her how they feel their lips look kissable. Expressing emotions is quite an arduous task for some men. These are the novices in the dating game. To be a high-value man, you have to confidently express what you feel about a girl, giving no room for fear or rejection. Only women shy away from expressing their feelings. Real men don't. So, buddy, be bold and make that first move, because that is what high-value men do. Flirting doesn't have to be complicated. Remember to keep it as simple and fun as you can. Aside from the possibility of getting her laid, flirting is also a way to gauge her interest in you. Observe her mood while flirting. If it's positive, then she's yours for the taking. If it's not, walk away. They know how to keep things interesting. When dealing with women, try to be as unpredictable as possible. Women love men they can't predict, and high-value men know this. Once a man is inconsistent in his dealings, a woman's curiosity becomes aroused. At this moment, she will continue to look forward to your next step, unsure of what it will be. Always try to be interesting and add new and exciting topics to your discussions. Ask questions about her life, past relationships, and things she enjoys doing. Never avoid having a good conversation. By doing so, you're going to solve mysteries that other guys fail to solve. You're going to know her weaknesses and her strengths, and you'll be able to use them to your advantage. If you play your cards right, you're going to get her dancing to your tune in no time. Modes of communication. To be part of this social world that we built, there are social rules that you must follow. There are also rules to communicating, and you feel how much they matter when you're trying to impress that girl. Now, there are two modes of communicating to understand: indirect and direct communication. Indirect communication involves saying something without actually, saying it. It's like a polite smoke and mirrors act designed to avoid coming across as blunt or rude. For example, let's say after weeks of internal struggle, you finally summon the courage to ask her out, and her response is a classic: "You're cute, but I'm not interested." That is a simple example of indirect communication right there. She essentially said no without coming off as rude. On the other hand, we have direct communication, which is obviously when a person tells you clearly what they mean. Now, here's the thing. Indirect communication has traditionally been associated with femininity and is the default setting of most women. Meanwhile, direct communication is associated with masculinity. Until fairly recently, these days, a lot more people are into indirect communication, both male and female. But what's interesting about starting and building relationships is that human nature doesn't go along with these changes. Yes, more people tend to talk in codes through indirect communication. But when you're approaching a girl, she still wants a man. Therefore, she wants you to talk like a man. Indeed, 99.7% of women want you to talk directly. When a waitress asks you, "What's your order?" rather than reply with, "Could I have chicken and fries, please?" you reply with, "I'll have chicken and fries, thank you." In the first reply, you're not direct. You're more like asking for permission, while in the latter, you're letting her know you know exactly what you want. Listen, you already get a sense of this once you understand that women love confident men. So what is confident about you if you can't even say exactly what you mean? But hey, relax. Before you walk up to a girl in a bar and tell her how you want to have sex with her, know that direct communication does not mean being crude or rude. It just means being in control and being clear with your words. Why women like men who use direct communication? Women like men who use direct communication because it is a hallmark of a dominant male. It shows confidence and assertiveness. The key to this approach, so that you don't come off as rude, is to show optimism. Your voice should carry the confident expectation that she'll agree with what you're saying. Starting with a positive outlook can work wonders for you. For instance, Consider these two ways to ask her out. I want you to go to the dance with me tonight versus, will you go to the dance with me? The former oozes confidence and is so much more attractive in real life. To begin speaking in this direct, appealing manner, kick things off with I when making requests and use more statements than questions. By now, you should know that women don't like questions all the time. You see, men who use basic, direct communication gain a lot of respect, especially from people who lean towards indirect communication, whether male or female. How to use direct communication to build attraction. Imagine you're at the movies with a girl and she shivers, saying, "It's cold in here." Chances are she's indirectly hinting that she would love to borrow your jacket. If you communicate directly and powerfully, she'll give you more respect than if you just said something like, "Do you want me to cover you with my jacket?" Or "Do you want my jacket?" So, you're on a date with a woman, and she seems a bit on the quiet side. What do you say to get the ball rolling? Well, here's something to always remember. Resist the urge to go on a verbal marathon. Most men, in their eagerness, make the mistake of talking and talking until they talk her out of a date. One of the biggest relationship buzzkills is when men out-talk women. While you might hear the occasional complaint about men who don't talk, what women usually want are men who listen and talk relatively equally. Instead of obsessing over what you're going to say and jabbering away, shift your focus to creating an environment where she feels comfortable talking more. Yeah, you heard that right. Your first rule for how to talk to a woman is don't talk too much. Instead, listen more. Here's the why behind it. Women thrive on communication because it stokes the flames of attraction. If you yap more than she does, she'll sense your lack of self-control, your neediness, and any lies you might unknowingly sprinkle while trying to look cool. During my amateur days, I once went out with a girl. After settling down and ordering some drinks, I started yapping about the parties I'd been to and the girls there. I had heard that you shouldn't make a girl feel like she's the only one. So I said all those things to make her look like I was a player and a very fun guy. Total bust. She wasn't into it, and everything ended that night. On a side note, if you're with a girl that's into guys that actually do that, but she's not the one, she's not a high-value woman, and you should leave her for the streets. In essence, you don't want to say too much on your first try. She needs a man who's direct, who truly sees her, hears her, and genuinely cares for her. This is what fosters a sense of security, enabling her to open up to you. It all begins with you making her feel safe enough to express herself. But how do you do that? Before we get into that, why don't you hit the subscribe button to support the channel? Do the same for the like button if you're enjoying the video. All done. Let's continue. How to get her to open up. All right, the girl you're interested in is just a few steps away from you. You want to approach her. You're thinking, what should I say? Well, if you stepped into the room and you already made eye contact, you should approach her immediately. Why? The lack of it completely reduces your chances. If she's already seen you, and she knows that you've seen her, and then you went to a corner to try and think of what to say, she's going to immediately see the lack of confidence. So if you want to prepare a speech, make sure it's done before you see her. But look, the best way is to not prepare a speech. The more natural the conversation starts, the easier it'll be for her to trust you and open up. So, approach her with a smile. and a simple, "How are you doing?" Of course, you can increase your chances if you come up with something more interesting. But trust me, you can't go wrong with a simple, direct greeting. From then onwards, you simply make a statement, listen to her response, and then pause before responding. When she comments on something, instead of jumping in right away with your thoughts, feelings, and ideas, restrain yourself. Encourage her to talk, but don't do it by asking stupid questions. Don't start asking private questions either, like, "Where do you stay?" Instead, when she just told you something, you can follow up with, "When did you first start thinking about that?" When she asks a question, be direct and be polite. It's always wise to move the discussion to topics that you're good with, but still say little. This is the thing. You want to make impactful contributions to the conversation while being in control and confident. You want to come off as someone who knows what he's saying, but is also very interested in what she has to say. You don't want to come off as a tricky person who's indirect with his words and therefore lacks confidence. When you speak with power and directness, you're essentially pressing that magical attraction button hidden within women. A smile accompanied by genuine compliments can work wonders. Have you ever thought about the impact of your smile? Indeed, studies have shown that nonverbal communication, including smiles, accounts for about 50% of interactions. So you definitely want to use that cute smile. But here's something that makes her smile even more effectively. Let's say she just completed an important project. You should give her a genuine compliment along with your best smile. You can smile and say something like, "You work so hard, it's no wonder you're so good at what you do. I love you for it." The thing is, you really don't want to limit your compliments to her looks. Appreciate her intelligence, her kindness, her wit, her achievements, whatever she finds important. When you acknowledge her strengths and accomplishments, you're showing her that you value her for who she is as a person. Having confidence in who you are and what you can achieve is so important. Listen, you can do everything right when it comes to women, and you will still fail if you don't have confidence. Back in my college days, I was too shy to put myself out there, so I'd sit in the back of the class, afraid to speak up or join study groups. My lack of confidence really put people, especially girls, off from getting to know the real me. I kid you not. It wasn't until my final year that I decided to start challenging myself. So, I joined the debate team to practice public speaking in a low-stakes environment. At first, it was terrifying, but with each speech, I felt myself growing more comfortable in my own skin. I also started saying yes when friends asked me to social events, even if part of me wanted to stay in. It was a battle back and forth, but I let the right voice win. Pushing past that initial discomfort really helped boost my self-assurance, and today it's not even a battle, I just do it. They don't use cheap pickup lines. Picture this. You walk up to a girl and tell her she looks beautiful, after which you request her number. She refuses to give it out and walks away after some back and forth. You observe another dude walk up to her and, after conversing with her for some time, hands her his phone to place her number there. To your surprise, she concedes. You begin to wonder what you did wrong. Well, buddy, your pickup line was cheap. Know this. Girls get approached all the time, and she might have heard the one you used on her repeatedly. High-value men don't go about recycling pickup lines. Instead, they're creative when it comes to using them. 5.no girl would turn down a well-crafted pickup line that leaves her grinning from ear to ear. Some may even ditch pickup lines and just go for the simple hi. You're probably wondering if this can get girls. Well, it can. High-value men believe that they hold enough charisma and don't need a line from Google to get them girls. They believe in being themselves and never pretend to be who they're not. For this reason, when they seem unable to come up with a genuine pickup line, they ditch the whole pickup line idea and go for the kill by being themselves. High-value men listen more and talk less. They're really good listeners. They know women want guys who listen when they talk and comment only when necessary, and they use this to their advantage. Being a good listener helps you understand what's being said better and gives the impression that you value her. High-value men pay attention when a woman speaks, respond when necessary, and ask questions when it matters to make that connection. Be more of a listener than a talker. This will give her the impression that you value and care about her. High-value men know this and are always attentive when a woman speaks. Be a high-value man today. You see, true confidence isn't about thinking that you're better than anybody else. It's about feeling comfortable and secure with both your strengths and your weaknesses. The key is focusing on your positive qualities and accomplishments rather than dwelling on perceived flaws. Make room in your brain to recognize your flaws, but do not dwell on them. Now, here's something to practice. Make a list of the things that you're proud of, big or small. That's going to remind you of how far you've come and take away a bit of that pressure. Remember, having confidence also means being able to laugh at yourself, to just laugh at the absolute dumbass that you are from time to time. Don't take yourself too seriously, and don't worry about coming across as perfect. With confidence, a woman may fall in love with your imperfections. 1. Ability to pick the right topics. You just started going on dates with this special lady, and as they say, first impressions last forever. So, how do you pick the topics to discuss? That's a serious matter that can make or break the entire date. How do you do it? Well, you definitely don't want to be the guy in the house who just can't stop ranting about his controversial political views or blowing hot on the latest conspiracy theory. You see, the best conversations are lighthearted and allow both people to find common ground. Topics like traveling, food, and work often work. You guys can swap stories about your favorite destinations and cultural experiences. And from there, the conversation can proceed in a very organic way. A wise approach is to focus on positive subjects that promote connection, like hobbies, interests, arts, sports, or pop culture. Asking open-ended questions is a great way to learn about the other person in a low-pressure kind of way. Complimenting an outfit is also a safe conversation starter. From there, look for opportunities to find mutual interests that you can discuss at a more in-depth level. It's best to steer clear of religion, politics, or other hot-button topics. 2. Creating options. You want to be irresistible to women. The secret might be a lot simpler than you think. Being likable and interesting is all about broadening your horizons and not putting all your eggs in one basket. Imagine this. There's a special someone you've got your eye on, and you've fallen completely. It's easy to get tunnel vision and hang your hopes on this one person. But here's a pro tip that a lot of investors offer: diversify. It works for relationships too. You want to chat with different people, go out with friends, and keep meeting new faces. That does two big things for you. First, it boosts the odds of clicking with someone who really gets you. And second, it makes you way more intriguing to the ladies. Why is that? When a woman sees that you're the man in town, someone who's got a lot of people vying for his attention, you become the prize. It's all about supply and demand, baby. If you're the guy who can strike up a conversation with anyone, at any time, at any place, that's pure gold. It shows confidence and charisma. And hey, who doesn't love a social butterfly? But it's not just about looking good on the outside. By branching out in your social life, you give off a vibe that you're secure and self-sufficient. No girl wants to be with a guy who reeks of desperation. It's about finding the right balance between being available and not being overbearing. 3. If you're aiming to be unforgettable to women, learning how to make them feel seen and appreciated is key. Think of building familiarity as crafting a secret handshake or shared inside joke. It's about making memorable moments that stick. Here, compliments can be a powerful tool when used right. Imagine you're at a supermarket, casually tossing veggies into your basket, and you spot a woman with a unique piece of jewelry. That's your way in. The jewelry likely wasn't a random choice by her. It might express her style or hold sentimental value. Thus, a compliment about the jewelry wouldn't come off as just a few nice words. They would come off as the recognition of her individuality or something more personal. But here's the thing. It's not just about what she wears. You've got to notice all the small details, the effort she put into her look or the book she's engrossed in. These details can be very powerful during your conversations. Will you fumble? Perhaps early tries might be awkward or fall flat, but it's no big deal. Every attempt is practice, honing your ability to see and appreciate the people around you. With time, everything will come together. Remember, to build familiarity, you need to know her goals, her hobbies, and anything that makes her tick. Then, you need to find common ground. That is how you build familiarity, the kind where you become the man who gets her. That's the man she's subconsciously going to get addicted to, because guess what? She's never going to be able to find a replacement. 4. The 3-minute theory. You're looking for a way to quickly click with someone. Have you heard of the 3-minute theory? Trust me, it ain't no magic trick. It's actually rooted in psychology, and it is surprisingly simple. So what's the deal? It's all about nailing the first impression and laying the groundwork for a connection in about 3 minutes. Does that sound impossible? Not with this tip. Remember how hearing your name being called grabs your attention? That's because our names are deeply tied to our identity. During a chat with her, using her name a few times can fast-track the bond that you've been building. Let's break it down. You meet someone new, and she says, "Hi, I'm Emma." Now you sprinkle her name into the conversation. Maybe, "Emma, what brings you here?" Or, "I actually agree with you, Emma." It's very subtle, but it's effective. You're not just another conversation to her. You're somebody who's paying attention to, at the very least, her name. That's it. But hey, you don't want to overdo it. Remember, you're aiming for familiarity, not fanaticism. Repeating her name like a broken record is more likely to send her running than swooning. The ideal frequency, according to psychologists, is 3 mentions in 3 minutes. That's it. Incorporate this into your daily interactions. Consistency is your friend here. And remember, confidence is your wingman in every social dance. If you don't get the reaction you were hoping for, keep your head up. It's not personal. It's just part of the game. There are countless opportunities out there, and each one is a new chance to shine. Stick with the social skills that you're learning, and before you know it, they'll become second nature. It takes a while to build habits. It takes a lot of trying before you build those habits. Remember, for every person who might not have responded the way you hoped, there will be 10 more who appreciate you for what you have to offer. Now that you know the skills, all you have to do is practice them. And before you know it, you will become irresistible to women. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. We'd love to help. Also, you can learn more in the next video. They don't try to be too nice. Being Mr. Nice will help you get the girl, but being too nice will make you lose her. Every girl wants a guy who'd treat her nicely, buy her expensive perfumes, take her on expensive dates, get her gifts when she least expects them, and do things that would keep her smiling at all times. At the same time, they dislike guys who don't know how and when to say no. They don't dislike him per se, rather, they tend to not take him seriously. High-value men can tell the difference between being nice and being too nice. They know when to draw the line between making her feel special and being her plaything. This is because if you're overly friendly, she may begin to think that you want something in return, which might not sit too well with her. So, act friendly, but don't overdo it. Let her see that you're kind without you having to explain the reason for your kindness towards her. Your kindness should not be directed only at her, but to everyone around you. Try not to look fake and see her become yours in no time. It's a fact that no woman wants to be around a man who pulls her down or acts as an obstacle, preventing her from achieving her goals. High-value men know this, and they use it to their advantage. Picture this: between someone who makes you feel better, do better, and become better, and another who has a way of bringing out your worst attributes while discouraging you from taking up new tasks. Who would you pick to date? The one who makes you a better person, probably, right? I mean, that's a pretty obvious setup for a question, but it is what it is. Women also face similar situations and often choose those who make them better. Have you ever strolled into a room and suddenly your eyes fell on this drop-dead gorgeous lady who you just couldn't take your eyes off of? While your soul wants you to walk up to her, you might find yourself wondering, how on earth do I strike up a conversation with her? Well, we've all been there before. But get this, while you think that talking to her probably feels like trying to dance in a minefield, there's actually a way that 99.7% of them want you to talk. And once you know how it's done, chatting up any girl will be too easy for you. So, of course, the question is, how do the majority of women want you to talk? Let's get into it. For this reason, guys tend to shower a girl they seem to have fallen for with praises and gifts. However, high-value men tend to take a different route. Here's the secret, bud. Although women love praises and gifts, they often lose interest in men who do this too often. High-value men know this, so they tend to starve women of excessive compliments and gifts. They don't try to impress women. They hold great confidence, which flows through when they converse with a woman. This doesn't mean that you have to be proud to be a high-value man. Being comfortable in your own skin does the trick. So, dude, don't be overly concerned with pleasing a woman. Once she notices that you aren't her muse, she will begin to see you as a high-value man. They know how to shatter her ego. Most women have overbloated egos. You can't blame them. Most of them have been worshipped by men all their lives. High-value men can easily detect women with such egos and will not boost their egos further. Wondering how they do this? Picture this scenario. A damsel walks into a mall, and all the guys around turn to glance at her. She notices the eyes of simps around her and walks majestically to gain their attention more. While the simps will pay for her groceries just to get her number, high-value men will act like she doesn't exist and might snub her if she makes a move to initiate a conversation. You might call them rude, but high-value men are far from it. They know a lot of guys make advances at these girls, and she derives pleasure in turning them down. And so, to be the different guy, they do the turning down instead. Remember, girls want what they can't have. So paying no attention or turning down a damsel with an overbloated ego will make her see you as a guy different from other guys. Be a high-value man. Welcome back to the land of the Stoics. There's nothing better than sipping a cup of tea and enjoying videos with us. Wishing you a peaceful day. Please comment number 1 to start this exciting journey. Let's go. 99% of women secretly desire something, but they'll never openly tell you. This is a key insight that only high-value men truly understand. Women's minds are like deep oceans filled with secrets, and uncovering these hidden desires can significantly enhance your relationships. In today's video on channel, we're revealing a powerful truth. The one thing that 99% of women love but won't tell you. This knowledge is not for everyone. It's for those who are high-value men who grasp the subtleties of female psychology. If you're eager to deepen your connection with women, this video is for you. Imagine grasping the unspoken desires of women and building a profound connection that high-value men with a stoic mindset can achieve. While it might seem challenging, understanding women doesn't have to be complex. Those who excel in relationships are often those who pick up on subtle cues and respond with empathy. Women, like everyone, have unique ways of expressing emotions. Unlike direct communication, they often use implications and subtlety shaped by societal norms. This doesn't make their desires less significant. It just requires a different, more attuned approach. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Apply this Stoic principle to relationships by viewing women's indirect communication as an opportunity to sharpen your observational skills and deepen your connection. For instance, small gestures like bringing her coffee or remembering details about her day can speak volumes. These seemingly minor acts of thoughtfulness are crucial. Are you tuned into these cues, or do they go unnoticed? To navigate this, engage in active listening. Pay attention to her tone, eye expressions, and body language. These nonverbal cues are valuable insights into her feelings. As Epictetus advised, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth to listen more than we speak. Observing more and reacting less can enhance your understanding of her. Recognize that women's preferences evolve over time. What she valued in her 20s might change in her 30s or 40s. A stoic mindset means accepting change and adapting. Are you ready to grow and evolve with her, or are you clinging to outdated views? Building trust is crucial. Trust is earned through consistent actions, showing respect, appreciation, and reliability. A woman who feels secure will open up more. Trust is about being present in both big and small moments. Do you make her feel valued in everyday interactions, or only when it suits you? Consider how much richer your relationship could be by adopting a stoic mindset. Focus on what you can control, your actions, responses, and listening skills, while letting go of frustrations. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." In relationships, it's not about demanding clarity, but appreciating communication nuances and responding with genuine care. To truly connect with a woman, value her unique communication style. It's not about decoding hidden messages, but about understanding her way of expressing herself. Embrace this challenge to become a man who listens and truly hears. If you're ready to embark on this journey, comment yes, I'm ready to show your determination. If not, continue to follow along to gain more valuable insights. Mastering female psychology is about enhancing your awareness and sensitivity, not changing who you are. By integrating these stoic principles into your relationships, you can build a more fulfilling, respectful, and meaningful connection. Now, let's get into the main content, unlocking the secret that 99% of women love, but never say, starting with massages. One, massages. Massages are a secret pleasure that many women deeply appreciate but often hesitate to openly express. More than just a physical indulgence, massages offer a profound experience that touches emotional, mental, and relational aspects of well-being. Scientifically, massages are known to reduce cortisol levels, the notorious stress hormone, while boosting serotonin and dopamine, the feel-good chemicals that contribute to a sense of happiness and emotional balance. This isn't just about momentary relief. It's about creating a stable emotional foundation that enhances overall happiness and strengthens relational harmony. Across different cultures, the perception of massages varies. Some see them as essential daily self-care, while others regard them as an occasional luxury. Women, in particular, may navigate these cultural norms cautiously, often suppressing their desire for such intimate care due to societal expectations. However, imagine a massage given by a partner at home in a familiar and comfortable setting. This scenario brings a different kind of intimacy, where the emotional connection deepens through the care and attentiveness shown by one partner. This simple act can transform an ordinary evening into a moment of profound emotional bonding, making the relationship feel more connected and cherished. In the modern context, consider the impact of a partner who intuitively offers a massage after a long, stressful day. The gesture of preparing a quiet space, using soothing oils, and dedicating time to ease muscle tension speaks volumes about the depth of care within the relationship. This nonverbal communication, through the power of touch, strengthens the emotional bond between partners, creating a sense of security and belonging. It's an unspoken language of love that says, "I care about your well-being." For many women, this kind of nurturing attention can be incredibly meaningful, offering a deeper emotional connection that fosters a stronger, more satisfying relationship. Yet, why do so many women refrain from asking for this simple pleasure? Societal expectations may discourage expressing such needs, or personal inhibitions might make it challenging to ask for care and attention. However, when a partner intuitively offers this kind of nurturing, it makes the gesture even more special. It shows thoughtfulness and an understanding of unspoken needs, qualities that are invaluable in any relationship. The act of giving care, like offering a massage, creates a dynamic of reciprocity in the relationship, where both partners actively contribute to each other's well-being. This mutual exchange is vital in maintaining a healthy, balanced relationship, one where both feel valued and cared for. So, the next time you sense your partner might need a little extra care, why not offer a massage? You might just find that this simple act brings you closer together, creating a space where stoicism truly thrives. Do you dare to do it? Take a step, and she will lean into your arms gently and lovingly. Comment, what's there not to dare? If you're confident to do it, or if you still need time, comment, I need more time. That's okay. Two, the power of a hug. A hug is far more than just a casual embrace. It's an unspoken language of connection that resonates deeply within a woman's heart. Picture a moment when, after a long day, your partner pulls you close, holding you in a genuine, lingering hug. This simple act is laden with meaning. It's a powerful expression of love, safety, and emotional closeness. For many women, a hug is not merely a physical gesture, but a profound affirmation of their place in your life. When you embrace her with sincerity, it triggers the release of oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone. This hormone fosters bonding and nurtures feelings of affection and trust, making her feel deeply connected to you. Beyond the physical, a hug can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, inducing a state of calm and tranquility that reinforces her sense of security in the relationship. In this way, a hug becomes a wordless declaration. I'm here for you, I care about you, and you can always feel safe with me. This simple yet powerful gesture can transform the rhythm of your relationship, creating a harmonious dance where both partners move in sync with one another's emotions and desires. Imagine your relationship as a dance where each shared vulnerability and dream becomes a step in perfect harmony. This is especially significant for women who often seek a partner capable of fostering a safe emotional space, a sanctuary where they can freely express their innermost feeling. When you step forward and share your deepest desires and anxieties, it's more than just a conversation. It's an act of vulnerability that says, I trust you with my soul. This openness is incredibly attractive because it reassures her that you see a future where your lives are deeply intertwined. On the other hand, when a partner remains closed off, keeping his thoughts and dreams locked away, it introduces an element of uncertainty into the relationship. She may begin to question your commitment, wondering if you truly see her as a partner in your life's journey. By opening up and sharing your personal thoughts, you dispel these doubts, replacing them with a comforting sense of belonging and mutual understanding. This connection transcends the superficial, forging a bond built on shared aspirations and a deep, unspoken promise of support and love. In this way, something as simple as a hug, when combined with the willingness to be emotionally open, can transform your relationship into a sanctuary of trust and intimacy. It's in these moments of vulnerability that the true depth of your connection is revealed. So next time, if needed, will you give her a warm hug? Comment, "Yes, I will hug her if you will do that," or share your thoughts with me if you think differently. By embracing these simple truths, you equip yourself with the tools to create relationships that are not only resilient, but deeply fulfilling. Three, flirting. Have you ever wondered why certain men effortlessly captivate a woman's attention, leaving a lasting impression without saying much? The secret lies in an age-old practice that, when done right, speaks volumes. Today, we're exploring a Stoic life lesson on the subtle art of flirting, a skill that 99% of women appreciate yet rarely discuss. Flirting is more than just playful banter or charming compliments. It's an intricate dance of words, gestures, and subtle signals that creates a profound human connection. When practiced with respect and sincerity, it leaves a lasting impact. For women, being on the receiving end of this kind of flirtation is an exhilarating experience. It's a moment where they feel truly seen, appreciated, and undeniably attractive. A feeling that can brighten their day and boost their sense of self-worth. Imagine a woman in a busy cafe, surrounded by the noise of clinking cups and murmuring voices. Suddenly, she catches the gaze of a stranger who offers her a warm smile and a sincere compliment. It's a fleeting moment, yet it carries a rush of confidence and a reminder of her unique allure. This is the essence of respectful flirtation. It's not just about making someone blush. It's about forging a genuine connection that leaves both parties feeling uplifted. Each glance, smile, and word exchanged builds a deeper connection, celebrating the woman's individuality and femininity. The Stoics remind us that such interactions, when done with virtue and respect, can be profound. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "Soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." In this case, thoughts of admiration and respect color the soul of the interaction. The psychological impact of respectful flirting is undeniable. It taps into our innate need for validation, triggering positive emotions. The brain responds by releasing neurotransmitters like dopamine and oxytocin, which elevate mood and enhance feelings of connection. For women, this engagement boosts confidence, affirming their place in the social fabric and contributing to overall well-being. When approached with sensitivity, flirting creates an atmosphere of mutual respect and admiration, aligning with the Stoic principle of living in harmony with others. In today's world, where digital communication often overshadows face-to-face interaction, the art of flirting holds a nostalgic allure. A well-timed flirtatious gesture can break through the monotony of daily life, injecting excitement and possibility into routine moments. Flirting transcends age and relationship status, speaking to a fundamental desire to be noticed and appreciated. It reaffirms a woman's allure and reinforces her sense of self-worth and confidence. So, the next time you feel compelled to compliment someone or engage in a playful exchange, remember the transformative power of respectful flirtation. It's not just about making someone's day. It's about creating moments of joy and connection that linger. Embrace this Stoic life lesson, knowing that in each interaction, you have the power to brighten someone's world and reinforce your own value as a high-value man. 4. Placing a hand on the back. Imagine walking through a crowded street, feeling a bit lost or unsure of your surroundings. Suddenly, you feel a warm, reassuring hand gently placed on your back, guiding you forward. This simple yet powerful gesture can instantly change your mood, making you feel cared for and protected. This seemingly small act goes beyond mere physical guidance. It taps into a deep, primal part of our brain that craves connection and security. When someone places a hand on your back, they're not just guiding you physically, they're making an emotional connection that words often can't express. The gentle pressure of a hand on the back triggers the release of oxytocin, the hormone responsible for bonding and trust. It's the same hormone released during a warm hug or a comforting touch, strengthening the emotional connection between people. Whether it's between lovers, friends, or family members, this gesture builds a bridge of trust and closeness that words alone can't always convey. In romantic relationships, a hand on the back often signifies protection and intimacy. It's a way for one partner to say, "I'm here for you," without needing to utter a single word. Think about the last time someone special guided you through a crowd with a gentle touch on your back. How did it make you feel? Did it bring a sense of comfort or deepen your connection? This simple action can also reduce stress by calming the nervous system, providing a sense of security and belonging. The meaning of this gesture isn't limited to romantic connections. In social settings, placing a hand on someone's back can convey care and support, easing social tensions and offering reassurance. You might have witnessed this when friends comfort each other, or when a mentor guides a mentee. It's a subtle way of saying, "I've got your back," both literally and figuratively. Cultural context plays a significant role in how this gesture is perceived. In some cultures, touch is a common way to express warmth and solidarity, while in others, it may be reserved for only the closest relationships. Understanding these cultural nuances adds depth to our appreciation of touch as a universal language of emotions. However, it's essential to recognize that not all touch is welcome. The power of this gesture lies in its ability to convey care and affection, but it must always be done with respect for personal boundaries. In today's world, where discussions around consent and personal space are more prominent than ever, ensuring that our actions are received positively is crucial. In conclusion, the simple act of placing a hand on someone's back is a powerful reminder of how nonverbal communication can profoundly impact our relationships and well-being. By being mindful and intentional in our interactions, we can strengthen connections and practice stoic happiness in everyday life. Sometimes, the simplest actions, like a reassuring touch, have the greatest impact. Five, partner standing up for them. Imagine the strength of a bond where both partners stand united, not out of obligation, but out of genuine respect and love. What if I told you that one of the most profound ways to deepen this bond is something that most women crave, yet will never directly ask for? Understanding this unspoken truth can transform your relationship, guiding you towards becoming the high-value man she desires. One of these subtle yet powerful desires is the appreciation women feel when their partner stands up for them in challenging situations. This isn't about unnecessary bravado or mindless confrontation. It speaks to deeper emotional needs. those of security, respect, and mutual support. Picture this. You're in a situation that feels uncomfortable or even threatening. In those moments, having a partner who steps up to support you, whether by defending your honor or simply standing by your side, can be profoundly reassuring. It's about knowing that someone is looking out for you, ready to protect and care for your well-being. This sense of protection ties deeply into our psychological need for security. As humans, we crave both physical and emotional safety, and when a partner stands up for us, it not only addresses the immediate challenge, but also fulfills a deeper need for emotional security. When a partner stands up for you, it signals that they prioritize your well-being and are willing to take necessary action to ensure your comfort and safety. This act strengthens the bond between partners, fostering a sense of solidarity as you face life's challenges together. Moreover, when a partner stands up for you, it's not just about protection. It's a gesture of respect and acknowledgement of your worth. It communicates that they see you as someone important enough to defend, enhancing feelings of significance and appreciation within the relationship. Mutual respect, as any high-value man knows, is the cornerstone of a healthy, fulfilling connection. This respect is not just given but earned through actions that consistently demonstrate care, understanding, and empathy. However, the way a partner stands up for you is crucial. It's not about aggression or escalating conflicts needlessly. True support involves empathy, tact, and understanding. It's about addressing the issue calmly, diffusing tension, and reaffirming your partner's feelings and experiences. The desire to protect and support a partner shouldn't stem from a need to control or dominate, but from a place of genuine care and respect. So, what does all this mean in the context of modern life? It means that the appreciation women feel when their partner stands up for them is more than just a nice gesture. It speaks to fundamental emotional needs for security, support, and validation. By recognizing and respecting these emotional nuances, you can deepen your connection and create a more fulfilling dynamic, one based on mutual respect and support. Six, sharing thoughts and dreams. In the realm of relationships, particularly when it comes to understanding female psychology, there's a subtle yet powerful truth that 99% of women appreciate, but may never openly admit they are drawn to a man who shares his thoughts and dreams. Imagine a relationship as a bridge connecting two people. You and your partner stand on opposite sides, with the goal of building a strong connection that allows you to meet in the middle. Sharing personal thoughts and dreams acts as the planks that form this bridge, creating a pathway that brings you closer to each other and opens the door to understanding one another's inner world. The power of sharing. Women often seek connection and intimacy, yearning for emotional closeness and a deep sense of vulnerability with their partner. When a man shares his hopes, fears, and aspirations, it signals a willingness to be open and emotionally available, traits that distinguish high-value men from the rest. This act of sharing is not just about exchanging words. It's a demonstration of trust, an invitation into his private world, which in turn fosters a sense of security and intimacy that many women find irresistibly attractive. It's in these moments of vulnerability that true connections are formed, ones that transcend the superficial and lay the foundation for a meaningful relationship. When a person keeps their thoughts and dreams to themselves, it can create a wall of distance, leaving their partner to question their commitment, intentions, and vision for the future. This uncertainty can erode the foundation of any relationship, leading to doubts and insecurities. However, when you take the step to share your inner world, you show that you are invested in building something deeper, establishing a connection that resonates with the essence of being a stoic, high-value man. The happiness of your life. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. In modern life, this translates to the quality of the relationships you cultivate, particularly those with the women who matter most to you. By openly sharing your thoughts and dreams, you aren't just engaging in a meaningful conversation. You are weaving the fabric of a relationship that is rich in understanding, mutual respect, and genuine intimacy. The key to unlocking a woman's heart may not lie in grand romantic gestures, but in the simple yet profound act of sharing your inner world. Forging deep connections. As you walk this path, let your thoughts and dreams be the bridge that connects you to a relationship that stands the test of time. And remember, in the words of Seneca, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. So don't let the fear of vulnerability hold you back from forging the deep connections that lead to a fulfilling life. By embracing these Stoic life lessons and understanding what it means to be a high-value man, you not only deepen the bond with your partner, but also enrich your own life with the wisdom that comes from truly understanding and being understood. Seven, hair caressing. Imagine walking through the door after a long, exhausting day. The weight of the world seems to be resting on your shoulders, and all you crave is a moment of solace, a brief escape from the demands of daily life. Now, picture someone gently running their fingers through your hair, a simple yet profound gesture that carries emotional depth far beyond mere physical touch. This act of hair caressing isn't just about the tactile sensation. It's about the connection, the unspoken communication that says, I see you, I care for you, and I'm here with you. The significance of hair caressing. For many women, this subtle gesture holds a special place in their hearts, even if they might never openly admit it. Hair caressing taps into something deeply primal, resonating with our earliest memories of comfort and care. Think back to childhood, where a parent's soothing hand might have brushed through your hair, offering warmth, security, and love. These moments of nurturing are etched into our psyche, forming a template for how we seek and give comfort as adults. Building intimacy and trust. In a relationship, this simple act can become a powerful tool for fostering intimacy and building trust. It's a way to communicate affection without words, to offer support without needing to solve anything. Just being there, fully present, is often enough. After a day filled with stress and challenges, when a woman feels vulnerable and drained, this gentle touch can provide a profound sense of relief and understanding. It's a non-verbal message that acknowledges her struggles, a way of saying, you're not alone in this. High-value men recognize that the Stoic mindset isn't just about enduring hardships in silence. but also about offering support and love in meaningful, healing ways. Respecting boundaries and cultural significance. However, it's essential to approach this gesture with sensitivity and respect. Not every woman may welcome this kind of physical touch, especially if boundaries or personal space are not respected. High-value men understand the importance of consent and the need to be attuned to their partner's preferences and boundaries. Culturally, hair has held symbolic significance across the globe, representing beauty, strength, and even spiritual power. In many traditions, grooming or caressing hair is an act of reverence, a way of honoring the person and the bond you share. In conclusion, hair caressing is far more than just a physical gesture. It's a deeply emotional and psychological experience that taps into our innate need for connection, comfort, and care, whether in the context of a romantic relationship, a friendship, or a familial bond. This simple act can have profound effects on emotional health and resilience. For the high-value man who practices the Stoic mindset, understanding and utilizing this gesture can be a powerful way to strengthen relationships and offer meaningful support. By embracing the Stoic principles of presence and compassion, you can create bonds that are both strong and enduring, proving that sometimes the simplest actions have the greatest impact. When it comes to understanding the subtleties of attraction, 99% of women have certain desires they may never voice, but only high-value men truly recognize and act on them. This ability to tap into unspoken wants is what sets these men apart. Transitioning from this understanding, let's delve into the techniques older men masterfully use to not only captivate women, but to make them irresistibly drawn to them. These seasoned gentlemen have perfected the art of keeping the game on, leveraging experience and wisdom to create an undeniable allure. Here's how they do it: strategies that are as effective as they are compelling. Women, just like men, have desires and needs when it comes to having an active, intimate life. And do you know what's interesting? When this need arises, they start to show some very clear signs. If you pay attention, you can notice these signs and better understand what's going on. Imagine someone wants to play or do something fun. The person starts to talk more about it, gets more excited, and gives little clues that they really want to have fun. With women and their desires, it's a bit similar. They may start to talk more about what they like, ask curious questions, or even change the way they dress a little, all to get attention and show that they're interested in something more. These signs are like little hints, and if you can notice them, you'll better understand how she's feeling. So, pay attention and follow along, because I'm going to explain exactly what each of these signs means and how you can better understand her intentions. It's going to be an interesting conversation full of details that you may have never noticed before. But before we continue, take a look at the ebook I left for those who want to learn how to seduce any woman. There are only a few copies, so take advantage now. The link is pinned in the comments. Let's go now and get to what matters. Sign 1, she thinks, and talks about sex all the time. Imagine you're having a casual conversation with a friend, and out of nowhere, she starts steering the dialogue towards more romantic or intimate topics. It's almost as if everything around her somehow triggers thoughts or memories related to love, relationships, or more sensual experiences. She begins to share funny stories that have a hint of spice, makes jokes that have a double meaning, or reminisces about past situations that carried a certain passionate energy. It's like her mind is on a loop, always circling back to these themes, as if they are a catchy tune that she just can't shake off. Now, pause for a moment and consider this. When someone is consistently fixated on a particular topic, it's usually because that subject is dominating their thoughts. It's a bit like being obsessed with a hobby or a new show. You talk about it constantly because it's consuming your mind. With this friend of yours, the scenario is quite similar. If she's regularly dropping hints, making innuendos, or bringing up subjects that have an intimate undertone, it's more than just a coincidence. It's a clear indicator that intimacy is at the forefront of her mind, and she's yearning for a closer connection, perhaps with you. Think of it this way: when you're craving your favorite dessert, you find yourself daydreaming about it, describing its taste, and even planning when you can have it next. For her, intimacy is that dessert. Her constant references to love, relationships, or sensuality are like little breadcrumbs leading you to understand her deeper desires. It's her subtle, or not so subtle, way of expressing that she wants more than just a platonic relationship. She's seeking a deeper, more intimate connection. So, what should you do if you start noticing these signs? First, recognize that her consistent mention of these topics is a form of communication. She might not come right out and say she wants to take things to a more intimate level, but her actions and words are speaking volumes. Pay attention to the frequency and the context in which she brings up these subjects. Is it during lighthearted conversations? Does she bring them up when you're alone together? These are all clues that can help you decipher her true feelings. Moreover, it's essential to approach this situation with care and respect. Just because someone talks about intimacy doesn't necessarily mean they're ready to act on it right away. It's possible she's testing the waters, trying to gauge your reaction, or simply expressing a part of herself that she feels comfortable sharing with you. The key here is to be receptive, understanding, and patient. Don't rush into any conclusions, but don't ignore the signs either. If you're interested in her too, consider gradually reciprocating her energy. Engage in the conversation, but keep it light and respectful. Show her that you're attentive to what she's saying without making her feel uncomfortable. This way, you create a safe space for her to express herself further, and you can gauge whether this mutual interest is something that could evolve into a deeper relationship. It's also important to remember that every person communicates their feelings differently. Some might be more direct, while others use subtle hints and signals. In the case of your friend, her constant references to intimacy could be her way of letting you know she's ready to explore something more with you. It's not about taking everything at face value, but rather understanding the underlying message behind her words and actions. So, did this first sign resonate with you? Did it help you see your friend in a new light? Or maybe clarify some doubts you had? If so, then you're already on the right path to understanding her better. Keep these insights in mind as you navigate your relationship with her, and be sure to stay tuned for the next sign. There's so much more to learn about how people express their desires and feelings, and the more you know, the better equipped you'll be to handle these situations with confidence and care. And hey, if this advice has been helpful, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. That way, you won't miss out on any more tips that could help you understand the people in your life better. Now, let's move on to the next sign. There's plenty more to uncover about what women want and how they communicate it. Sign 2. She shares her fantasies. Imagine you're having a conversation with a woman, and out of the blue, she starts sharing with you some ideas or fantasies she's been harboring. It could be something she's always dreamed of trying, or perhaps a desire she's never felt comfortable enough to reveal to anyone before. When she starts talking about these fantasies, it's not just idle chatter, it's a significant moment. It's as if she's opening a window into her most intimate thoughts, revealing a side of herself that not everyone gets to see. This kind of openness is not random. It's a clear indication that she feels a deep level of trust and connection with you. Think of it this way. Sharing fantasies is like sharing a secret part of one's soul. It's a form of vulnerability, a way of saying, I trust you enough to let you into this private world of mine. If she's trusting you enough to divulge these desires, it's because she's more than ready to explore them, and she's likely inviting you to be a part of that journey. This isn't just a casual conversation. It's a powerful sign that she's looking for someone to share these experiences with, someone who can help bring her fantasies to life. When a woman opens up about her fantasies, she's testing the waters, seeing how you'll respond. Will you be supportive? Will you be intrigued? Or will you shy away? Your reaction can play a crucial role in how things progress from here. If she senses that you're receptive and genuinely interested, it can pave the way for a deeper, more intimate connection. On the other hand, if you dismiss or downplay her fantasies, it could cause her to retreat and close off that window she just opened. So, how should you respond if a woman starts sharing her fantasies with you? First and foremost, listen attentively. Show that you're genuinely interested in what she's saying and avoid making any judgments. This is a moment where she's being incredibly open and honest, and it's important to respect that. Ask questions that show you're engaged, but be careful not to push too hard or make her feel uncomfortable. Your goal here is to create a safe space where she feels free to express herself without fear of being judged or misunderstood. It's also important to recognize that when a woman shares her fantasies with you, she's likely looking for more than just a sounding board. She's hoping for a partner who's willing to explore these desires with her. This is your opportunity to show that you're up for the adventure, that you're excited about the possibility of turning these dreams into reality. However, it's crucial to proceed with sensitivity and mutual consent. Just because someone shares a fantasy doesn't mean they're ready to act on it immediately, or that they want to pursue it in the exact way they describe. The key is to communicate openly and ensure that both of you are on the same page. For example, if she shares a fantasy that involves a specific scenario or experience, you might respond by expressing your interest and asking her how she envisions making it happen. This can lead to a deeper conversation where both of you can explore the idea together, setting the stage for a shared experience that's fulfilling for both parties. It's all about creating a partnership where fantasies can be discussed, refined, and possibly brought to life in a way that feels right for both of you. This kind of conversation is a strong and clear sign that she's ready to take the next step in your relationship. It shows that she's comfortable with you, trusts you, and is looking for a deeper level of connection. By sharing her fantasies, she's inviting you to be a part of her inner world, to join her on a journey that's both exciting and intimate. This is not an opportunity to be taken lightly. It's a moment that can lead to a deeper bond and a more fulfilling relationship. If you've ever been in a situation where a woman has shared her fantasies with you, how did you respond? Do you often find yourself engaging in these kinds of deep, meaningful conversations? If so, leave a comment below and share your experiences. It's always interesting to hear how others navigate these moments and what insights they've gained from them. And if this sign resonated with you, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. We're always here to explore the complexities of attraction, relationships, and the subtle signs that can help you better understand the people in your life. Stay tuned for more tips and insights, and let's continue this journey of discovery together. Sign 3. She is attracted to different types of men. Imagine a woman who is beginning to feel the need for deeper intimacy growing inside her. This isn't just a fleeting thought. It's a shift in how she views the world around her, particularly the men in her life. Previously, she might have focused on the superficial qualities that caught her eye: a handsome face, a sharp sense of style, or a charming smile. These were the attributes that initially drew her attention. But now, something within her has changed. Her perspective has broadened, and she starts to look at men in a way she never did before. The physical allure, while still present, takes a backseat to more substantial qualities. She begins to notice the way a man carries himself, the quiet confidence in his stride, the strength of his character, and the way he treats those around him. It's as if her eyes are now fine-tuned to pick up on the deeper, more intricate aspects of a man's personality, those traits that reveal who he truly is beneath the surface. The way he interacts with others, his kindness, his sense of responsibility, and his emotional intelligence all become significant in her assessment. This shift in her perception is a clear sign that she's seeking something more profound than just a physical attraction. She's on the lookout for a connection that transcends appearances, one that resonates on a deeper emotional and intellectual level. If you notice her showing interest in different types of men she might not have paid much attention to before, this could be a strong indication that she is in search of a relationship with more substance. For instance, she might start paying attention to the guy who isn't the flashiest dresser, but carries himself with quiet dignity. Or perhaps she's drawn to the man who doesn't have the most traditionally attractive features, but has a magnetic personality and a way of making everyone around him feel valued. These are the kinds of men who, though they may not have turned her head in the past, now hold a unique appeal. It's not just about who looks good on paper or who fits the conventional mold of attractiveness. It's about finding someone with whom she can share a genuine, meaningful connection, someone who aligns with her deeper desires and needs. This change in focus can be both subtle and profound. You might notice her engaging in conversations with men she previously overlooked, or perhaps she's showing interest in qualities like intelligence, humor, and empathy more than she ever did before. Her eyes now linger on men who exude a quiet confidence, who are comfortable in their own skin, and who treat others with respect and kindness. It's these qualities that are starting to stand out to her as she realizes that they are the foundation of a more lasting and fulfilling relationship. Moreover, this shift in attraction can also signal that she's ready for a new chapter in her life, one where superficial attractions give way to deeper connections. She's no longer satisfied with just scratching the surface. She wants to dive deeper into what makes a person truly special. This doesn't mean that physical attraction is irrelevant, but it's now just one piece of a much larger puzzle. She's looking for someone who can offer more than just good looks, a partner who has the emotional maturity, the confidence, and the character to support and grow with her in this new phase of life. If you find that she's becoming more discerning, more observant, and more focused on the deeper qualities in the men around her, it's a strong sign that she's ready for a relationship that offers more than just surface-level attraction. She's searching for someone who can connect with her on multiple levels, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. This is a significant and telling sign of her desire for a more meaningful and fulfilling connection. So, if you've noticed this change in her, take it as a cue to look deeper yourself. Engage with her on topics that matter. Show her that you have the substance and depth she's seeking. Be confident in who you are, and let that confidence shine through in your actions and words. This could be the perfect opportunity to build a connection that's rooted in mutual respect, understanding, and a shared desire for something more profound. Did this third sign help you see things from a new perspective? If so, make sure you're subscribed to our channel so you don't miss out on the next sign. There's so much more to learn about understanding the signals women give when they're looking for deeper connections. Stay tuned, and let's continue exploring the intricacies of attraction and relationships together. Sign 4. She shows off her body or asks for your opinion about it. Think back to a time when a woman asked you for your opinion on how an outfit looks on her. Maybe she wanted to know if the neckline was flattering, if the dress hugged her curves just right, or if the pants fit her the way she imagined. At first glance, it might seem like a straightforward, almost casual question, but there's often much more at play beneath the surface. It's as if, instead of using words to directly express what she's thinking or feeling, she's inviting you to notice something deeper, something that words alone might not convey. Imagine that this isn't just about the clothes or how they fit. It's about her and how she feels in that moment. When a woman asks for your opinion on her appearance, especially if she's showing off a part of her body or highlighting her figure, she's not just curious about your thoughts on fashion. It's as if she's saying, "Look at me, really notice me, and see how I feel in this." She's subtly drawing your attention to herself, hoping that you'll pick up on cues that go beyond the fabric and stitching of her outfit. There's an intimate layer to this kind of interaction, a silent communication that's happening through her question. A glance, a small expression of doubt, or a playful twirl in her new dress. These are not just random action. They're calculated, intentional, and loaded with meaning. When she seeks your opinion, she's not just after your approval of her style. She's also inviting you to recognize something more personal and profound. She's opening up a window into her world, giving you the opportunity to see her vulnerability, her confidence, or even her insecurities. It's important to understand that when a woman asks you how she looks, she's doing more than just seeking validation. She might be testing the waters, trying to gauge your interest in her, or seeing how you react to her in a more intimate context. If she senses that there's desire behind your response, this seemingly simple question can become a powerful gesture of connection. It's her way of expressing interest without being overt, allowing you to notice the unspoken message she's conveying. For instance, if you notice that she's being particularly attentive to your response, or if she's showing off her body in a way that feels deliberate, there's a good chance she's looking for more than just a casual opinion. This behavior is often an invitation for you to pick up on the signals she's sending, a way for her to communicate her interest in a deeper connection without having to spell it out. The way you respond to her question can reveal a lot about how you perceive her and how you might see the potential for something more between the two of you. So, how should you handle these moments? First and foremost, be genuine and considerate in your response. Women often appreciate honesty, but it's important to deliver it with kindness. If you like the way she looks, don't hesitate to compliment her, but do it in a way that makes her feel truly seen and appreciated. Let her know that you notice not just the outfit, but how it complements her personality, her confidence, and her presence. This type of thoughtful feedback can go a long way in making her feel valued and understood. However, it's also crucial to be mindful of the underlying dynamics. Recognize that her request for your opinion might be about more than just clothes. It could be a subtle way of expressing interest in you. Pay attention to her body language, her tone, and the context in which she's asking. If she's being playful, flirty, or if there's a certain spark in her eyes, these are signs that she might be interested in exploring a deeper connection. At the same time, it's important to respect her boundaries and take things at a pace that feels comfortable for both of you. Not every request for an opinion has a hidden meaning, so be sure to read the situation carefully. The key is to be present, attentive, and responsive to her cues, while also being honest and genuine in your interactions. So, what kind of opinion do you usually give when a woman asks you for one? Do you focus on the specifics of the outfit, or do you take the opportunity to compliment something deeper, like her confidence or her style? Write in the comments, and let's see how your approach stacks up. I'll share my thoughts on your responses and give you some tips on how to navigate these moments with ease and confidence. If this sign resonated with you, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more insights like this. Understanding the subtle signals that women send can be a game changer in how you connect and communicate. Stay tuned for the next sign, where we'll dive even deeper into the complex world of attraction and relationships. Sign 5. She dresses boldly. You've probably heard the saying that clothes make the man, but the same can be said for women. The way someone chooses to dress can reveal a lot about what they're feeling, what they want, or how they want to be perceived at any given moment. Now, imagine a woman who starts paying extra attention to her wardrobe, selecting pieces that are more daring, eye-catching, or special, outfits that clearly seem designed to make a statement. And if it seems like she's making these wardrobe choices particularly when she's going to see you, it could be a strong indication that she wants to be noticed by you in a way that goes beyond simple friendship. When a woman dresses boldly, she's doing more than just putting on clothes. She's sending a message. It's as if she's saying, without uttering a word, that she wants to capture your attention, perhaps even hoping that you'll see her in a different, more special light. Whether it's a striking dress that hugs her figure in all the right places, a pair of heels that add an extra touch of elegance, or a top that's just a bit more revealing than usual. These choices are often deliberate. They're meant to draw your eyes to her, to make you see her in a way that's more than just casual. But here's the important thing to keep in mind. Not every woman who dresses boldly is necessarily looking for intimacy or trying to send romantic signals. Sometimes, she might just be feeling confident, powerful, or wanting to express her unique style through her clothing. It's a way for her to embrace her own beauty and feel good about herself, independent of how others might perceive her. That's why it's essential not to jump to conclusions based solely on how she's dressed. Clothing can be a powerful tool for self-expression, and its meaning can vary greatly depending on the context. So, how can you tell if her bold fashion choices are a sign that she's interested in more than just friendship? The key lies in looking at the bigger picture. Observe her other behaviors and the signals she's giving off. Is she making more direct eye contact, engaging in playful banter, or finding excuses to be close to you? Does she seem particularly excited or nervous when you're around? If this way of dressing is combined with these other signs of interest, then you can be more confident that she's trying to communicate something deeper. It's important to remember that understanding what someone truly wants to communicate requires more than just focusing on one aspect of their behavior. It's like putting together pieces of a puzzle. Her bold choice of clothing is just one piece. The other pieces might include her body language, the way she talks to you, and how she acts when you're together. By observing the whole picture, you can avoid misunderstandings and gain a clearer understanding of what's really going on. For example, if she starts dressing more boldly and also begins initiating more personal conversations, sharing things about herself that she wouldn't normally share, or finding reasons to spend more time with you, then it's likely that her feelings for you go beyond friendship. On the other hand, if she's dressing boldly, but her interactions with you remain purely platonic and consistent with how she treats others, it might just be that she's feeling confident and wants to express that through her style. It's all about context and the combination of signals. Dressing boldly is a powerful form of nonverbal communication, but it's one that needs to be interpreted carefully and in conjunction with other signs. If you can put these pieces together, you'll be better equipped to understand her true intentions and respond in a way that's thoughtful and appropriate. And now, I leave you with one last tip, a bonus, if you will. Remember that communication, whether it's through words, clothing, or body language, is a two-way street. Pay attention to how she responds to your actions and words as well. If you like what you're seeing and want to take things to the next level, be sure to communicate your own interest clearly and respectfully. A well-timed compliment or a thoughtful gesture can go a long way in letting her know that you're on the same page. If this sign helped you better understand the subtle ways a woman might be expressing her interest, then I think I've earned a like on this video. Stay tuned, because there's always more to learn when it comes to understanding attraction and relationships. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on any future tips and insights. Let's keep exploring these fascinating dynamics together. Bonus, she seeks more casual physical touch. Imagine that all of a sudden, she starts seeking more physical closeness in a natural but constant way. It could be a touch on the arm while you're talking, a hug that lasts a little longer than usual, or even a simple gesture of sitting closer to you. These small touches may seem casual, but in reality, they carry a greater meaning. When a woman starts seeking more physical contact, even if it's subtle, it's a sign that she's wanting to create a more intimate connection. She's trying to feel more of your presence, and each touch is a way of getting closer and seeing how you respond to that closeness. This increase in physical contact is like a test, a way to see if there's more chemistry between you. If she's constantly finding ways to connect physically, it's likely that she's looking for something more than just friendship. As always, it's important to observe this sign in conjunction with others to better understand her intentions. Remember, every woman is unique, but these signs are quite common. If you notice more than 2 of these signs, it's likely that she's looking for intimacy. Did you like the video? Then don't forget to like it. Leave a comment to let me know if you made it to the end of the video. Just say, "I did it," and I'll know that this video was helpful to you. Thank you very much, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I left some of our videos that can help you a lot. They're on the screen. Welcome back to the land of the Stoics. There's nothing better than sipping a cup of tea and enjoying videos with us. Wishing you a peaceful day. Please comment number 1 to start this exciting journey. Let's go. Have you ever wondered if women can have a close encounter with a man whenever they want? If you think it's that easy, let me tell you, you're mistaken. Despite how effortless it may seem for a woman to connect with a man, many still find it challenging to achieve this level of closeness. In this video, I'll reveal 9 surprising signals that women unconsciously emit when they've gone a long time without a man offering them their moments of happiness. Stay tuned until the end, because the last few signals are the most revealing and can truly change your understanding of how women communicate their needs. This insight could be the key to forming deeper, more meaningful connections. So make sure you watch until the end to catch all the valuable information. Now, let's begin. Number 9. Marked responses to close contact. Recognizing the importance of physical contact and interpersonal dynamics is crucial. This type of interaction not only strengthens emotional bonds, but also contributes to building intimacy and promoting a deeper connection between individuals. Physical touch can be a powerful way to express care, support, and affection, fostering a sense of closeness and mutual understanding. However, when a woman goes through a prolonged period without experiencing this type of affection, her reaction to any physical contact can become notably intense. The absence of such interactions can heighten her sensitivity to touch, making her responses more pronounced. This heightened sensitivity can manifest in various ways, including increased nervousness, tension, or even startled responses to simple gestures of physical contact. For instance, she might become very nervous with a simple touch, such as a hand on her shoulder or a friendly hug. These reactions are not necessarily indicative of discomfort with the person initiating the contact, but rather a reflection of her body's heightened alertness to physical interactions due to a lack of recent experience. Understanding this context is essential when interpreting her reactions. It's important to approach physical contact with sensitivity and awareness, recognizing that her intense responses are a result of her need for affection and connection. Offering physical comfort in a gentle and non-intrusive manner, while being attentive to her cues and boundaries, can help her feel more at ease and gradually rebuild her comfort with close contact. Being patient and considerate in these interactions will foster a safe environment where she can experience the warmth and support of physical touch without feeling overwhelmed. This approach not only respects her current emotional state, but also helps in nurturing a deeper connection and intimacy over time. If you've noticed that a woman responds exceptionally intensely to common physical gestures such as hugs or accidental touches, she may be experiencing a significant lack of physical intimacy in her life. These reactions can manifest in various ways, such as goosebumps when accidentally brushed, a noticeable inclination towards hugs, or even a certain nervousness when nearby. Therefore, it's essential to address these signals with respect and sensitivity, recognizing her need for physical closeness without overstepping boundaries. Maintaining a respectful attitude is key. Be attentive to her signals, which can provide insights into her comfort level and needs. Allowing her to take the initiative regarding physical contact is also important. This means not forcing any physical interactions and being patient, letting her dictate the pace and extent of physical closeness. This approach ensures she feels safe and respected, which is vital for her comfort and emotional well-being. By responding to her needs with care and understanding, you can provide the support she seeks while fostering a sense of trust and security. This considerate approach helps in creating a positive and nurturing environment where she can feel comfortable and valued. If she shows appreciation for these displays of affection, you can gently and respectfully move forward, always ensuring not to cross her boundaries or make her uncomfortable. When she responds positively to your affectionate gestures, it indicates that she finds comfort and reassurance in your touch. However, it's essential to proceed with caution and sensitivity. Gradually increasing physical closeness can help strengthen your bond, but it must be done in a way that respects her limits. Pay close attention to her verbal and non-verbal cues. If she leans into your touch or reciprocates your gestures, it's a sign that she feels safe and appreciated. However, if she seems hesitant or pulls away, it's crucial to step back and give her space. The key is to make her feel secure and respected at all times. By being mindful of her boundaries and moving forward gently, you can build a deeper, more meaningful connection based on mutual respect and understanding. This approach not only honors her needs, but also fosters a healthy and supportive relationship. Number 8. Seeking physical support. Understanding the importance of physical contact in human relationships is fundamental. This type of interaction can offer comfort, connection, and a sense of belonging. However, when a woman has gone through a prolonged period without satisfying her physical needs, she may seek greater physical closeness, not necessarily with compromising implications. If you notice that lately she tends to seek more physical comfort, like frequent hugs, leaning on you during a movie, or finding excuses to be close, this could be a sign that she's yearning for or considering the possibility of an encounter with you. Physical interaction such as hugs, gentle touches, and proximity provides comfort, emotional connection, and a sense of belonging. These interactions play a significant role in emotional well-being and can be particularly important for someone who has been without a romantic or intimate connection for an extended period. When a woman experiences a prolonged period without satisfying her physical and emotional needs, she may naturally seek greater physical closeness. This behavior is not necessarily driven by romantic or sexual intentions, but by a basic human need for physical contact and comfort. The lack of such interactions can lead to a feeling of isolation and a deep yearning for connection. If you notice that a woman starts to seek more physical comfort, it could be an indicator that she is longing for some form of closeness. She might initiate more frequent hugs, lean on you during a movie, or find seemingly innocent excuses to be physically near you. These actions are her way of seeking the warmth and reassurance that comes from physical contact. It's essential to interpret these signals with sensitivity and not jump to conclusions about her intentions. While she may be considering the possibility of a closer encounter, it's also possible that she simply needs the emotional support and comfort that comes from being physically close to someone she trusts. Recognizing and respecting this need without assuming romantic implications can help build a stronger, more supportive relationship. It's crucial to interpret this signal correctly and not assume that this behavior implies a desire to advance to a more intimate level. The need for platonic affection and comfort can be very real and significant. Physical contact can fulfill deep emotional needs without necessarily leading to a romantic or sexual relationship. Therefore, it's important to respond to this need respectfully and considerately. If she initiates physical contact, respond naturally and comfortably for both, always respecting her boundaries. This means being attuned to her comfort level and not pushing beyond what she is comfortable with. Showing openness and willingness to offer comfort without pressuring or over-interpreting is key for both parties. This involves being present and supportive without reading too much into her actions or making assumptions about her intentions. It's about providing a safe and reassuring presence that respects her need for connection while maintaining a platonic boundary. Ultimately, understanding and responding to her need for physical support with sensitivity can strengthen the bond between you, providing her with the comfort she seeks while ensuring she feels respected and understood. This balanced approach fosters trust and emotional intimacy, making her feel valued and cared for without any added pressure. Number 7. Focus on physical self-improvement. It's important to recognize the value of dedicating oneself to personal growth, both physically and emotionally. When a woman goes through a prolonged period without satisfying her needs, she may direct her efforts towards self-improvement. This focus can be a positive and empowering way for her to regain a sense of control and well-being. This focus may manifest as increased attention to physical care, such as more visits to the gym, wardrobe renewal, or adopting new beauty routines. She might start exercising regularly, experimenting with different styles of clothing, or trying out new skincare and makeup products. These activities are not just about looking good, but also about feeling good. They can boost her self-confidence, enhance her self-esteem, and provide a sense of accomplishment. Observing that a woman is dedicating more time than usual to improving her physical appearance may be a sign that she's working on her self-confidence and self-esteem. This transformation can be a powerful way for her to reconnect with herself and feel more positive about her image and abilities. It can also be a way for her to prepare herself for future interactions and relationships by feeling more confident and secure in her skin. It's essential to understand that her actions are aimed at her well-being and growth. Support her in this journey by offering genuine compliments and encouragement. Celebrate her efforts and achievements, but also recognize that her worth goes beyond her physical appearance. Acknowledge her strengths, talents, and character traits, reminding her that she is valued for who she is as a whole person. By being a positive motivator and respecting her autonomy, you can help reinforce her efforts and contribute to her overall sense of self-worth and happiness. This approach fosters a supportive and empowering environment, allowing her to thrive both physically and emotionally. It's essential to understand that her actions are aimed at her well-being, but also because she needs to feel secure within herself and to attract attention again. To support her in this process, it's important to be a positive motivator, encouraging her achievements while also respecting her autonomy. Acknowledging her progress and offering sincere praise without focusing solely on her physical appearance is key. Compliment her on her dedication, effort, and the improvements she's making, but also recognize her other qualities such as her intelligence, kindness, and creativity. This balanced approach helps her see that her worth extends far beyond her looks and that she is valued for her entire being. It's essential to remind her that her worth goes beyond her looks and that her essence is valued in its entirety. Emphasize her inner qualities and the unique attributes that make her who she is. By doing so, you help reinforce her self-esteem and ensure she understands that her efforts in self-improvement are appreciated but do not define her completely. This holistic support can be incredibly empowering, helping her feel secure and confident in herself. It creates a nurturing environment where she can continue to grow and thrive, knowing she is valued for all that she is. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Number 6. Reflecting on past relationships. When a woman goes through a prolonged period without a romantic encounter, she may spend more time reflecting on her romantic history. This focus may involve remembering past experiences, analyzing what worked or didn't work in those relationships, and even comparing them to current situations. This introspective process can be a way for her to make sense of her past and gain clarity on her desires and expectations for future relationships. Noticing that a woman spends more time than usual talking about her romantic past may indicate that she's trying to understand her preferences and expectations of a partner. She might discuss past relationships in more detail, recount specific memories, or explore the dynamics that made those relationships succeed or fail. These conversations can provide her with valuable insights into what she values in a partner and what she wants to avoid. During these reflective moments, she may also be seeking validation or support as she navigates her thoughts and emotions. It's important to listen actively and empathetically, offering a non-judgmental ear and genuine understanding. Engaging in these discussions with respect and sensitivity can help her feel heard and supported. It's crucial to approach these conversations without assuming that she is inviting you to become her therapist or that she is necessarily looking for romantic involvement. Instead, focus on being a supportive friend who provides a safe space for her to express her feelings and thoughts. By doing so, you can help her process her experiences and gain a clearer understanding of what she seeks in a future relationship. However, it's important not to interpret this as an invitation to become her personal therapist or to initiate a romantic storytelling exchange. The key to handling this situation properly lies in actively listening without judging or comparing, providing genuine attention to her stories, validating her emotions, and avoiding using her experiences to satisfy personal curiosity or solve problems. It's essential to focus on her and her emotional needs, offering support and understanding without trying to fix every aspect of her past. This means being present and attentive, showing empathy and acknowledging her feelings. By doing so, you help create a safe and supportive environment where she feels comfortable sharing her thoughts. If the conversation becomes overwhelming, gently let her know that you're there for her. Reassure her that you are available to listen whenever she needs to talk, but also recognize when it might be time to take a break. This balance of support and sensitivity can make a significant difference in how she feels. Knowing that someone cares and is willing to listen without judgment can be incredibly comforting and validating. This approach fosters trust and emotional intimacy, helping her feel valued and understood. Number 5. Frequent conversations about relationships. Imagine this scenario. You're having a chat with a friend, and the conversation turns to relationships. If she brings up private matters more frequently than usual, especially when alone with you, it could signify a deeper emotional need. When a woman has been without close encounters for a while, such topics might dominate her thoughts. This preoccupation with relationships can indicate a longing for connection and intimacy that she feels is missing in her life. She might refer to such acts, inquire about your experiences, or share suggestive anecdotes to process her feelings about her romantic situation. These conversations, while seeming casual, could reflect her deeper emotional state. She might be reflecting on past relationships, exploring missed elements, and contemplating future desires. By discussing these topics, she may be seeking emotional support or validation, trying to understand her current state of mind. Approach these conversations with sensitivity and empathy. Listen actively and respond thoughtfully, avoiding assumptions about her intentions. Her need to talk about relationships might not be about pursuing one with you, but rather about coping with her feelings and seeking clarity. Offering a supportive, non-judgmental space helps her feel understood and valued. Be a good listener and provide genuine support, helping her navigate her thoughts and emotions. Interpret her mentions of intimate topics carefully. They might signal a need for excitement or validation rather than a desire for a close encounter. Direct communication can clarify her intentions, but should be handled tactfully. Ask gentle, open-ended questions like, "It sounds like relationships are on your mind. What's been making you think about that?" This invites her to share more without feeling pressured. Creating a comfortable space for her to express herself while remaining respectful and considerate strengthens trust and connection. Handling these conversations with care helps navigate emotional intimacy effectively. Number 4. Increase in physical closeness. Understanding the meaning behind changes in behavior, such as an increase in physical closeness, is crucial. If you notice that a friend seeks more physical contact, like longer hugs or more frequent touches, it may indicate an emotional need rather than a romantic interest. This behavior could signal a search for comfort or affection without necessarily implying romantic or sexual intentions. Physical closeness often represents a desire for emotional connection and reassurance from someone she trusts. Approach this situation with sensitivity and respect. If she initiates more frequent touches or longer hugs, respond in a way that makes her feel safe and understood. It's important not to misinterpret her actions or assume she's ready for a more intimate relationship unless she explicitly communicates that desire. Maintaining open communication is key. If you're unsure about her intentions or how to proceed, gently ask her about her feelings and needs. This can help clarify her intentions and ensure both of you are on the same page, fostering a respectful and supportive relationship. Respect and consent are vital. Even if she seeks physical contact, it doesn't necessarily imply romantic interest. It may simply be a means of seeking comfort and emotional connection. If you notice this behavior alongside other signals, it might suggest she is experiencing emotional or physical longing. Be respectful and let her lead in physical contact, ensuring she feels comfortable and in control. Confidence, when paired with respect and sensitivity, is appreciated and can positively influence the progression of your relationship. Always consider her feelings and boundaries in your actions. In summary, increased physical contact might indicate a need for comfort. Respect her pace, follow her cues, and communicate openly to understand her needs better. This balanced approach will help maintain a strong, respectful relationship, whether platonic or potentially evolving into something more. Number 3. Nervousness about personal topics. Discussing personal topics can sometimes be uncomfortable, especially if a woman hasn't engaged in close interactions recently. Signs of discomfort, such as blushing or hesitation, may indicate she's experiencing a period without such closeness. It's essential to respect her boundaries and not interpret her nervousness as a prompt to delve into her personal matters. Her unease should not lead to pressure or boundary overstepping. Instead, acknowledge her nervousness as a sign that she might need a comfortable environment to open up. Approach the topic with sensitivity and care. Create a supportive, non-judgmental space that allows her to share only what she's comfortable discussing. Reassure her that she's not obligated to reveal more than she wants to. Be patient and understanding, letting her guide the conversation about personal topics and listening attentively when she chooses to share. Validate her feelings without pushing for more information or offering unsolicited advice. Avoid making assumptions based on her nervousness. Focus on being a supportive friend who respects her pace and boundaries. If she chooses to discuss personal topics later, listen with empathy and respect, showing genuine interest in her words. Let her steer the conversation at her own pace, ensuring she feels supported regardless of how much she shares. Remember, intimacy is built gradually through trust and security. By demonstrating patience and respect, you lay the groundwork for a deeper connection where she feels safe to open up when ready. In summary, prioritize patience and understanding in discussions about personal topics. Foster a supportive environment. Listen empathetically and respect her pace. This approach strengthens trust and intimacy in your relationship. Number 2. Increase in flirtatiousness. Now, let's discuss flirting. Friendly banter and flirting can build connections and explore mutual interests, and they're often a fun way to communicate attraction. However, if a woman hasn't flirted for a while, she might be looking for opportunities to reignite her spark. If you notice an increase in her flirtatious behavior, it could indicate she's seeking romantic attention. You might see her being more direct with compliments, giving enthusiastic praise, or using playful teasing and innuendos. These behaviors are her way of reconnecting with romantic interaction. She might increase eye contact, laugh more readily at your jokes, or find reasons to touch you during conversations. Suggestive language and playful banter can also signal her interest. Approach this situation with a balance of confidence and sensitivity. While her flirting may suggest openness to romantic attention, it doesn't necessarily mean she's ready for a serious relationship. Flirting can be about having fun, boosting self-esteem, or enjoying the moment without immediate expectations. Respond to her flirtatiousness with genuine interest and playfulness, while respecting her comfort level and boundaries. If she seems to enjoy the interaction, reciprocate with friendly banter and compliments, keeping the atmosphere light and enjoyable. Compliment her on traits like her sense of humor or wit to build a deeper connection. In summary, an increase in flirtatiousness can signal that she's seeking romantic attention or simply enjoying the moment. Engage with confidence and respect, maintaining a balance between showing interest and honoring her boundaries. Flirting doesn't always imply serious intentions, but can be a way to connect and boost confidence. Number 1. Seeking confirmation of her attractiveness. Let's discuss the importance of validation. Genuine compliments can significantly boost someone's confidence. But if a woman hasn't received this acknowledgement for a while, she might seek constant approval to reinforce her self-esteem. If you notice a woman frequently asking for compliments about her physical appearance, it may indicate a lack of validation. This behavior could include asking for your opinion on her outfit, seeking reassurance about her weight, or asking if you find her attractive. She might be more attentive to her appearance, making noticeable changes and seeking feedback. This increased need for validation often arises from a period without positive reinforcement, leading her to seek external confirmation of her attractiveness. It's important to understand that her requests for compliments are about more than vanity. They reflect a deeper need for reassurance and self-worth. She might be feeling insecure or uncertain about her appeal, and your positive feedback can offer the affirmation she needs. However, be sensitive in your approach. Ensure that compliments are genuine and balanced. Empty flattery can feel insincere and unhelpful. Focus on meaningful praise that acknowledges her efforts and appearance, and also compliment her on qualities beyond her physical looks, such as her intelligence, kindness, and creativity. This reinforces that her worth is not solely tied to her appearance, but encompasses her whole being. In summary, responding with thoughtful and honest compliments can boost her confidence and self-esteem. Recognize her need for validation and appreciate her for who she is, creating a supportive environment where she feels valued. Balance compliments on her appearance with recognition of her inner qualities to help build her self-worth and emotional well-being. As we wrap up, I hope you've gained valuable insights into recognizing and understanding the various signals women might give when they are seeking connection and support. What have you learned so far?